Okay, so let me ask you this: at the parties, when you were, the whole famous parties that we all read about, what's it called? What's the parties called, Rob? There's a name for it.
Puffy Flavor Camp.
Yeah, the Puffy Flavor Camp. All those stories.
That was after me, brother.
That was after you.
That was after me.
So you never saw anything with Usher, Bieber. This is not your era.
No,
that's after
not
you.
my era.
Okay.
A couple of parties I seen, and I knew that they were spiking drinks. My girl was at the New Year's party, right? I'm at the front door. I got to make sure everybody got their passes and everything like that. So then my girl and her girlfriend is in the party. So they get bottles of champagne. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking for them. After everybody comes, they close the door. So I'm going knocking in doors, looking at people. I'm looking for my kid's mother now. What the fuck, what's going on? And I'm getting hysterical. So I decided to go to the car, and I looked in the car. She was in the car asleep. She said, Gene, we started drinking the champagne, and I didn't feel good. And me and Debbie came here and went to sleep. I was like, oh, shit.
Meaning something was done to them, or no? They just went to, nothing was done to them?
Nothing was done to them.
Okay, so
they had drank something.
Spiced, roofies, whatever they put in there.
Whatever they put in there, they was what you call. But she knew enough when she wasn't feeling good to go to the car.
So what else did you see? What else did you see with, or maybe not even see? Did you hear anything Puff tell you, like when it comes down to Tupac, or when it comes down to Biggie, was there anything you saw about the fact that in your mind you feel Puff was tied to? Story comes out. I mean, literally, Daily Mail story. Rob, if you want to pull it up. Diddy is named 77 times in Tupac Shakur's murder documents after gangster Dwayne Keith Davis accused him of paying $1 million for the hit. This is 6 hours ago, 8 hours ago that just came out, right? So Keith Davis, 61, accused of orchestrating a drive-by shooting that killed Tupac in 1996. He pleaded not guilty, first-degree murder. This continues. Clark County prosecutors this month filed an opposition to the request, arguing that Davis should remain in jail because he previously implicated Combs, 54, in Tupac's murder, citing a 2009 interview. Las Vegas prosecutors alleged that Davis suggested that Combs paid Eric Von Martin $1 million for the killing and offered to set up a phone call with the driver, Terrence Brown, according to a July 18 court filing. Combs, who was mentioned 77 times in the 180-page court document, has never been a suspect in Tupac's killing, law enforcement tells Davis. How much of this, I talked to Greg Kading when I interviewed him 8 years ago, the detective from L.A. He did both of them accidentally, ended up having to do one, ended up finding out more about the other one as well. Where do you stand with what happened with Tupac? Do you think Biggie was a part of it? You think Puff was a part of it?
I never heard Puff say anything about doing anything to Tupac or Suge.
Right.
I've heard people around Puff say things about that, but I've never heard Puff himself personally say anything like that. I said before that Eric Von Zip came to the block and he showed me and my friend a check for $1 million. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And he said he got it from Black Ground Records. From Black Ground Records.
You saw the check? I
saw the check personally. He showed it to us. And I was like, when he left, we was like, yo, we didn't think about the Tupac shit, and that shit wasn't big back then. But we like, when he get a record label, he said he sold it for a record label. So I said, follow the money. I'm saying that now. See, what happens is, facts, let me get this right. Facts change feelings, but feelings don't change facts. The facts is if Puff did that, and that dude cashed a check for $1 million, because he had to put it in somebody's account. It was written out to him. Where did he get it from, and who gave it to him, and why? All I'm doing is saying and talking about things that I know and things that I've heard. And if you want to ostracize me, criticize me, and come at me because I'm saying what I know or saying what I heard, it is what it is.
I don't know. That's not the issue here. What I'm trying to find out is I'm an LA kid, okay? So I grew up, Tupac was my guy, but I also liked Biggie.
Right.
You know, I really like I really, really like listening to Biggie's music, but I'm a Tupac guy. I have a painting in my house, 15-foot painting at commission. There's 8 people in that painting. One of them is Tupac. It's Tupac, MLK, JFK, Abraham Lincoln, the Shah of Iran, Senna, Milton Friedman, and myself in the painting. That's the painting right there. You'll see right there. Tupac's in the back, and I'm speaking to him. I'm whispering to him, and we're laughing. We're enjoying each other's company. I've always been curious to know what happened and who took him out. And I've always had a feeling that the motive, when you think about where the motive would be to get rid of somebody, Diddy's always been on that list of being a motive. But let me go
Don't you think it's higher than that, brother?
Of what?
Than Diddy?
Meaning somebody higher than Diddy took out Tupac?
Don't you think it would be higher than somebody like Diddy? You know what I'm saying? What would be the motivation, you understand, to give some street people $1 million when Tupac, before his death, was doing an audit on his company because he felt like they were robbing him? What would be the motive?
Tupac was doing an audit on his company?
On the company.
Which company?
On Death Row.
Okay, so you're saying Suge did it.
I'm not saying Suge did it. It could have been other people other than Suge that was robbing Suge and Tupac.
Interesting. So you're not at all saying that any of this is Diddy. You're not even putting it on Diddy being linked to Tupac.
What I'm saying to you is this. I don't know. You understand?
But you're in this world, so you have your own. What's your speculation personally?
My speculation is that if it means anything, is that Pac had to know that somebody was robbing him. Pac had certain feelings based on what his mother and his family members were saying, that there's people behind scenes that doing things that it need to stay hidden. And those people who are doing things may have a motive in getting rid of Pac.
In these uncertain times, if there's anything we need people to believe the future looks bright. So if you've heard about me saying this mission to you, we're on a mission to get 1 million people to wear this gear, and this is what we're doing. If you buy one of these hats, there's a category of buying one hat, getting the second one free. If you haven't yet worn this gear publicly, go ahead and test it out. Buy some of the gear, wear it in public, and see how many people will stop by and say, you also watch Valuetainment? You also follow PBD Podcast? I do too. Place your order. Go to vtmerch.com, click on the link above or below, place your order, and represent the VT and the PBD Podcast gear.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.